Designers, you should know how products are made. Today, if you're a designer, you should know some coding or at least be familiar with how products are built. You want to make the best pancake in the world, you need to learn how pancakes are made. You can't just imagine the greatest pancake and ask the kitchen to make it. Understanding the technical capability and restraints is what's going to help you design better. I mean, that's what UX designers do for users, right? Why can't we do for our internal dev team? In fact, designers who can code are scarce today, but demand is rapidly growing. So learning technical understanding will help you grow in your career in the coming years. Today I have a list of techie words I want to explain to you to help you understand so you can learn and communicate better around managing design and development assets. All the words are something you will come across in web design or in a product development environment working with engineers. Some of these you may know already, but it's good to watch through because it will give you a clearer understanding than you had before. Here are the lists. We got JavaScript, Node.js, package, NPM, Yarn, package.json, API, GitHub, Bitbucket. Before I get into it, I want to tell you why I chose these words. One of the best product design enablement adopted by fast-growing companies are the use of JavaScript design components. JavaScript design components means designers design with the UI kit rendered from the production code or source of truth. This reassures both designers and engineers that the components being used are up to date and eliminates any inconsistency. Today, only competent companies practice this, but most definitely will become the new norm in the near future for its high effectiveness. Knowing and understanding the words listed here will help boost your learning and communication around how JavaScript design assets are managed. Let's start with JavaScript. So JavaScript is a language that gets executed inside browser to create motions, interactions, and functions. JavaScript tells UI to behave and function in the specified way. What can it do? JavaScript can make buttons clickable, disabled on the browser. It can open modals to notify alerts on browser, or like web apps and games are even made on JavaScript. JavaScript is probably the most useful programming language for designers. Also, web UI is mostly made of JavaScript. Some new design prototypes tools like FrameRx, UXPin can execute JavaScript to create UI components to design with. Next is Nodejs. Nodejs is an app that makes your computer read and run JavaScript. JavaScript is traditionally a language executed in the browser, but Node.js took that JavaScript engine from the browser and made it run on your computer. So what can Node.js do? Node.js can create apps or web apps. It can run packages, which is a bundle of pre-written JavaScripts. It can run package managers. Packages are a bundle of pre-written JavaScripts that I'll explain later. Node.js can also give you an environment to program IoT hardware. So why does Node.js matter to designers? Knowing Node.js helps you understand how packages and APIs are made with JavaScript. Now I want to talk about packages. Packages are also called a Node package or a JavaScript package. A package contains all the files you need for a module. Modules are JavaScript libraries you can include in your project. What can packages do? Packages can be downloaded to your project to be used. Packages can also be shared on a website called NPM where people can just come and borrow your packages, or you can go there and use other people's packages too. Why do package matter to designers? With design tools like FrameRx, UXPins, you can install open source design systems and UI library packages to design with. You can also create a package of your design systems and UI libraries to share with. Next is NPM. NPM stands for Node Package Manager. NPM is a web platform that shares open source packages, and it's also a command line tool to manage package. So you can install, you can develop, and you can publish packages. Here's a list of things what you can do with NPM. So NPM as the web platform, you can share or borrow existing packages. So it can allow you to import Google Maps into your project and resolve packages as dependencies. Why does NPM matter to designers. If you're looking for a platform to browse and install packages and APIs, then this is the go-to website platform. This is the tool to install packages and APIs to your project. Let's talk about Yarn. Yarn is like NPM, but while NPM is the default and common package manager, Yarn is a new package manager popular for its speed. As of 2020, more popular than NPM, I think. So just use Yarn instead of NPM. So what can Yarn do? For example, it lets you import Google Map, YouTube videos to your project. It can also resolve packages dependency just like NPM. Why does Yarn matter to designers? Yarn is the tool to install packages and API to your project. Package.json. Package.json is a file found in every package that contains metadata relevant to the package. Package.json is what makes the package a package. What can package.json do? Package.json helps NPM to identify the package, basically. It also helps NPM handle packages dependency. API. API stands for Application Programming Interface. API is an engine under the hood that delivers data and create connectivity. A good analogy is a waiter in a restaurant. So a waiter takes your order and tells the kitchen what to do. The same way, API takes your request and tells the system what to do and delivers the food or the response back to you. An example of API that's being used today is, for example, at booking.com, the user fills flight information like departure city, arrival city, date, time, and hits the submit button. And then API takes that request and returns you with the list of available flights. That's an API. Mint can connect with multiple banks, request data like statements, balance, then compiles it in one area so you can see every information at the same time. Facebook API allows third-party applications to integrate Facebook. Why does API matter to designers? Because APIs are like pre-built Lego blocks that you can plug and play. It's an essential element in web design. With some design tools like Framework X, UXPin, APIs can return real-life content data to your prototypes. GitHub. GitHub is a company that provides hosting repository service with version control. So in your repository, you have the master repository, and you can choose to fork it, right? And then on the fork, you'll create the updates, and then you'll go through a peer review, and once it's approved, that will commit and merge back to the master, and that will reflect. The updates will reflect to the master. That's how you version control it. Why does GitHub matter to designer? Because many reputable packages are shared on GitHub, right? Also today, just like production codes, design files are being managed using GitHub version controls, like using branches and merging. In the future, this could become the standard way to manage design files too. Bitbucket. Bitbucket is just another repository hosting service with version control similar to GitHub. While GitHub is focused around open source codes, Bitbucket tends to have mostly enterprise and business users. So for summary, while JavaScript renders UI components and executes function on a web browser, engineers can also install Nodejs to set an environment to create JavaScript packages and APIs that can also run outside of the web browser. These packages can run on your local machine or servers and allow web design with dynamic contents, meaning contents change every time you visit. These packages and API can be imported to your project using package manager like NPM or Yarn. These managers consume package.json in the package to identify them. Your package should be managed in a version control repository service such as GitHub or Bitbucket. All right, so that's all for today. I hope you guys got a better understanding of the words that I listed. I really think designers should start really learning codes, or at least get familiar with it. Knowing code is really going to help you open up your perspective. You know, before you were just facing your canvas and you were playing with colors, shapes, and vectors. But once you know coding, you really know how each components talk to each other, how requests come and go. There's a whole new world that opens up inside you. Understanding that is going to make you a so much better product designer. And guess companies want people like that who can do design and both coding. Though AI is set to be, taking over so much job, if you know design and if you know coding both, then your position is quite guaranteed. So again, keep up with the coding work and keep up with the design, and thanks for watching.